Our next speaker is Divyanshu Pawar. Divyanshu is going to talk about a rain gauging project that he has been part of for 3 seasons. And incidentally, I was part of it also for 2 seasons. So I'm kind of very keen on seeing how Divyanshu presents it. Over to you, Divyanshu.
Good morning, everybody. So my name is Divyanshu Pawar, and I currently work with Symbiosis Center for Climate Change and Sustainability. So I work there as an assistant coordinator for biodiversity. So I look after the campus biodiversity over there, and that's my little work over there, what I do. So today I'm going to talk about what work I have been part of since past 3 years. The title for it is the Community Web of Varun Mitra, Practicing Citizen Science through Rain Gauging. So we are a group. So our group title is Varun Mitra, which we recently have started. So we measure rain. We have been measuring rainfall in Pune city for last 3 years. So what comes to my mind when I see rains and the arrival of monsoons? So in my childhood, it was all about floating boats, playing with my friends in rain. In my teens, it was all about trekking in Western Ghats. And nowadays, it's only about food, probably. And from last 3 seasons, I have been measuring rain. So that's how the transition of me has happened over the years. So the presentation is slightly going to be a bit about my personal experience, how I've been involved in this community, and then I'll step into how we have been collecting the data, the process of it, and then how the data has been used so far. So my individual experience, I would like to say, so I was working with Aquadam from 2018, and then on urban groundwater. And since then, I've been working on it. So I know a bit about how the rainfall and other data collection process is happening, what is the hydrological conditions, what Pune has and everything. So I just came across this initiative through one of my colleagues, Manoj Bhagwat, who has been a part of this rainfall data collection activity. And in 2020, he invited me to be a part of it. This was started by Abhijit Gandhi individually in 2019. So he was collecting data from his house, and then he initiated it on one step ahead with Aquadam. And then slowly he gathered people to collect data about it. And that's how we started. And then in lockdown, actually, it triggered for most of us that we were sitting at our home and then collecting data about rainfall. And there were regular discussions happening in a group. And then it was much more about learning as a whole community for me. So we are actually well spread community of Varun Mitras in Pune city. So that's the map of Pune city, Google Earth image. And it's been 3 years that we have been collecting data. So we have quite a well spread network of people calculating rainfall. So currently we are 55 of us, 55 individuals in Pune city who are actually measuring rainfall. So the classification you see is, so we have 41 people in Pune and PCMC limits. We have three IMD stations also. So the darker blue, readings are of IMD stations. One is in Pashan, one is in Shivajinagar, and one is in Lohegaon. We have 2 stations at 2 of the dams, and 9 other stations are from various other areas. Okay. So yeah. So 9 other stations are at the lowermost Excel sheet, you can see, which are from other places like Aurangabad, Nashik, and out of Pune. So yeah. So just to show the progress over the years as a building community. So in 2020, we started with 39 people monitoring. In 2021, we went up to 50, and in 2022, we are 55. So the number has been increasing. Also, we have been kind of trying to involve more people, trying to spread the word between the community, trying to involve our friends and people who are working in our field regarding the initiative we have been kind of running in Pune city. So some of the key findings which I would like to kind of just show in just a brief numbers from 3 years what we have been doing. So in 2020, as I told, so the number of re-engages are currently here are changed because it is only about citizens. It's not, we have not included the IMD and other parts of other parts. So the total number of re-engages are 34 in 2020. So the highest rainfall recorded in that year was 1,404.1 mm, which was at Sust Northwest. The lowest was at Carthage, which was at 756.5 mm. And the total average rainfall in that year, according to our data, was 1,073.1 mm. In the year 2021, the total number of rain gauges was 46. The highest number was 912.2 mm, which was at Bowden, western side. Lowest was recorded at 560.1 mm, Sorpatwadi, which was towards the east of the Pune city. And the total rainfall in that year was 797.6 mm. In the year 2020, we had 50 rain gauges. Highest number of rainfall was 13.07.5 mm in the area Bibewadi, south of it. And the lowest was on 841.9 mm at Chandwadi, Fursungi, which is at the eastern part of Pune city. And the total total average rainfall in that year was 1,143.6 mm. So as you can see, there is quite a lot of variation in all these 3 years, and the variation in the locations have been changing right from the highest to the lowest. So how the rainfall data has been used so far, like I would like to jump into that. So we have been associated and being supported by one of the organizations, which is Aquadam, which has been part of the initiative since the day one. So most of these rain gauges were not IMD certified in 2019 or 2020 when we started. 50% or 60% of the rain gauges were kind of made by the citizens themselves with certain instructions given to them. And in 2020, 2021, we upgraded them to we ordered a bulk IMD certified rain gauges with the help of Aquadam. So a part of it was kind of subsidized by Aquadam, and a part of it was paid by the citizens, which was around, I think, 800 per rain gauge for the citizens. And that's how the data has been used so far. This is one of the Dugwell data, which has been overlaid by our citizens, our rainfall data over there. So as you see, this Dugwell is in Pashan, and so we have kind of so this was part of an activity where we had installed pressure sensors in multiple locations in Pune city in a well to actually monitor long time data, which actually monitored 3 minutes per data in a well. So it had a good kind of correlation to relate with. So that's called as hydrograph, where you can see that the discharge and recharge has been happening over the well. Same with Shaniwarpet, which is at the core of the city. It also depends on the extraction of the Dugwell, how much extraction it has been in doing, and what's the recharge capacity of it, and that's how we have placed it. So we have been in kind of popular media. So the IMD chief has been sharing our data on Twitter handle, just as in support from his side, and we have been in constant touch with him, kind of validating how we are going with the activity through it. And as I mentioned, like as Piyush mentioned, he was a part of this initiative for 2 years, and one of the articles written by him regarding how to measure rainfall or how to make your own rain gauges and what it is like. And we have been presenting this initiative and work at the CIT Science Conference. So for the first year, it was represented by Piyush, and in second year, 2022 recently, I just presented how has been the progress been of this initiative. And the way forward, I would like to say, we want to keep measuring and keep collecting the data. So as the value of these data sets are very, very crucial in the future, we are looking forward and considering to take a step forward and start measuring the temperature data as well. So we are not yet started with it, but we are thinking what more we can do to kind of contribute to it. And we want to start engaging more citizens, so we'll be reaching out to them, kind of giving more lectures or kind of involving more students. Engagement is being focused. Most of the re-engager stations which we have, many of the students, kids are also actively involved in it. So they, in their free time, they kind of measure the rainfall as well. And yeah, we want to implement this initiative and kind of spread it across more cities in forward. And yeah, I would like to thank Abhijit Gandhi, so probably who is not with us today in this meeting, and Piyush Eksaria and Aquadam for the support which has been provided. Just want to end this slide with the picture. As you can see that there are multiple variations in the picture itself. Like there is rainfall, you can see over there. In the middle patch, there is no rain. So that's why it is very much important for us to measure rainfall at multiple locations, so that just to be sure with what has been happening at a landscape level. And we cannot just judge a rain or cannot quote anything by saying that a particular place has certain rainfall, because it can vary. Like we have seen through our studies, we have seen through our graphs and everything, that there has been a great variation in a city like Pune, where we have 55 locations. So yeah, we wish to see that in every city. Thank you.
Thank you, Divyanshu. I think we have time for maybe 2-3 questions.
Hello, I'm Priyadarshini Karve.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi. I want to ask, this is just out of curiosity.
Yes.
Have you tried to plot the rainfall readings of different locations but on the same day? That will be perhaps more interesting than talking about maximum and minimum.
Yeah. So actually we did so actually I have not mentioned that in my slide. So we did it for ISO heights. We did it for month-wise questions, like month-wise reading, not exactly we have plotted for day-wise. We are yet to go into that analysis part of it. So just to let people know what ISO heights are maps, contour-based maps where points and locations are kind of joined. So we have seen monthly variations over there, like the monsoon, just before the monsoon, east side of Pune has the maximum rainfall and the west side is the least. But when the monsoon arrives, the west receives the most rainfall and east receives the less rainfall. So we have done it for monthly, this thing, but not for daily as of now. Yeah. That would be an interesting thing to look at.
Yeah, just a small query.
Yes.
I mean, maybe I might have missed also, because
Okay.
the data that you are collecting,
Yes, sir.
is it also accessible to other people?
Yes. It's open access to all. Probably.
Where can we?
So you can contact Abhijit Gandhi. So he's the contact person who has been collecting and kind of collecting the data and formulating it into.
It's not published on the.
It's
public
not
domain.
published yet. So probably you can take his contact.
If you can also introduce yourself, please.
Sorry, this is Nagarjuna from.
Okay.
Now I am at ISER. Earlier I was at Homi Bhabha Center for Science Education.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Hello, Roxy from IITM, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology.
Yeah. Hello.
I liked your work and I like the fact that you are involving kids and all.
Yes.
Yeah, just one quick question. So I remember seeing this data earlier also, and I was notified of the east-west difference within Pune itself, right?
Yes.
You get more rainfall in the west and less in the
Right.
east and all. But if you look at IMD, they do not have that much granular information. Yeah. So I think this rainfall variation within the city itself is quite important
Yes.
in terms of multiple things for
Yeah.
administration and all.
Exactly.
So how this been brought to, but administration and all will listen to the
Hmm.
state or national agency only.
Right.
Yeah. So how this been brought to the notice of IMD, or are there any communication so that they also incorporate, or the city incorporates this information in some ways for the benefit
So
of?
we have been in
society?
contact with IMD as of now, and with the chief Hosarikar sir only, and we have been in discussions, but it is still not brought into the main kind of environment where people are yet to
Right,
adopt
right.
this thing.
I get it. Maybe
But they
yeah.
are planning to have more stations from their side.
I
Uh,
understand.
yeah.
But still, that's a
Exactly,
bureaucratic
that's
procedure. It will take.
the procedure will
maybe
take a lot
centuries, I
of
don't know.
time.
But
but
one
yeah.
thing I would suggest is
Mhm.
publish this as a report, or in
Okay.
some way
Right.
make aware, so that the
Hmm.
administrators themselves look
Right.
forward to your data,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
slowly
sure.
IMD will fall in
Yes. Yes.
place. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have time for one more question, one last quick question if anybody has it. Okay. Great. Thanks, Divyanshu.